better team. And, right now Winnipeg's struggling. And it is not just Connor Hellebuck, although having played with some great goalies, there is such a comfort, Gordo, that that everyone feels when you have the best goalie in the game playing 60 times a year, right? Like, you just know every night you're going to be in the game, no bad goals against. When I screw up, which I know I will, he'll clean it up and I won't have to live with it as a goal against or on video the next day. Like, all of these things sort of cumulatively add up, not just the saves, but just the confidence that he gives them. And yeah, so they're going to struggle for a little bit until he gets back, which I think is going to be around the new year for Connor Hellebuck's return. So we'll see. I thought, Gordo, Winnipeg would have been sort of strong enough and organized enough to be fine without Hellebuck. And they haven't been fine. Yeah, they've been just okay. Right now, they're out of the playoffs. We're not going to go down the Canada road, but Canada has one team in the playoffs out of 7. And I just assumed Winnipeg would just not comfortably, they got to work, but they have good players and a good system, and they were a good team last year. I thought they would, be able to withstand an injury to even their most important player, but right now it looks like they are struggling, which to me is surprising.
Yeah, and of course we'll talk about one of the teams, the Anaheim Ducks, that continue to win with 2 goaltenders out of the lineup. So we'll come back. Gary Lawless is going to join us in about 10 minutes' time. We'll get a take on the Vegas Golden Knights. They take on Chicago tonight. Carter Hart scheduled to make his debut back in the NHL with the Vegas Golden Knights in that game. You're listening to NHL Morning Skate. Gord Stellick, Mike Johnson, NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM, Channel 91.
It's Jimmy Fallon, and I'm back. Get ready for the holidays of my exclusive Sirius XM channel, full of classic holiday songs handpicked by me. Jimmy Fallon's Holiday Seasoning Radio. It's super fun. Check out Channel 15 on Sirius XM. It's seasoning now! December 26th live!
In case you missed it, on NHL Network Radio.
Look at it, got the rebound and he scores! We're up all night to get lucky! And there's the assist we've been waiting for Nathan McKinnon. He officially passes Peter Stastny and is second all-time in the history of the franchise. The touchdown is good for Colorado. It's 6-0 Avalanche.
NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91, and the Sirius XM app.
Hi, I'm Todd Kinchin, retired NFL wide receiver. I've spent my life learning what it takes to win, preparation, consistency, and the right team behind you. Before True Trade, trading was stressful. I'd second guess every move and feel like I was constantly chasing the market. Then I discovered True Trade. Their AI-driven platform does the heavy lifting for you. And here's what makes True Trade different. When you download the True Trade app and sign up, they'll guarantee to fund each of your trading accounts with $50,000 or more in trading capital, so you can start building passive income without risking your own money or spending years trying to learn the market.
To take advantage of our offer and secure your $50,000 in funding, go to quickfund.ai. That's QUICKFUND.ai. Again, that's QUICKFUND.ai, where technology earns for you. See terms.
Individual results may vary. There's no guarantee that past performance will be indicative of future results. Invest wisely.
Zach will feed him again.
Hockey lives here.
He looks left side. Shot, score!
Sirius XM, NHL Network Radio.
NHL Morning Skate, Gord Stellick, Mike Johnson with you. NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM, Channel 91. Talk some Vegas Golden Knight talk with Gary Lawless in about 7 or 8 minutes' time. Boy, the St. Louis Blues, Jimmy Snuggerud out for, 6 to 8 weeks or so. Had surgery. Talk about Alexei Toropchenko, some burns on his leg in a household accident. A loss
too, right?
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Like a burn is terrible.
Oh,
that's
it's the worst. Worst.
Yeah.
So they've acquired forward Akil Thomas from the Los Angeles Kings in exchange for Nikita Alexandrov. Thomas has been with the Ontario Reign of the American Hockey League. I don't think Alexandrov, there's any NHL potential from there. He seems to be a career minor leaguer. So I wouldn't say necessarily desperate times, but maybe desperate roster times with who's out and, somewhere to maybe inject some life in a St. Louis Blue team that lost 4-1 last night to Anaheim.
Yeah, and Nathan Walker, I think I cut you off there. He's out for 2 months with an upper body.
Right.
And you talk about a guy, he's a fourth line player, but he's an energy guy, and he provides, a useful function there for St. Louis, and St. Louis needs all hands on deck right now. Not a great game last night. Okay, Anaheim, every night, different, all these star players. Leo Carlson's so consistent. He's been excellent. Another 2 points. Beckett Seneca. Let's just say Beckett Seneca is outperforming my expectations for him in his rookie season by a mile. We remember when he, surprisingly to him, as high as he was when he was third overall in 20, he's only 19, Gordo. He's a teenager. He's got 20 points in 26 games. 20 points in 26 games, on pace for 60 points and 20 plus goals as a rookie. He's having an incredible season, averaging 16.5 minutes for Anaheim. So he's worth sort of mentioning and watching because he's been very, very good for them, and they find out to get a win. But the story sort of the night was the action in St. Louis's net. Now, Jordan Binnington, to his credit, had played well the last 3-4 games. He had good numbers, or no losses, and first goal last night was a wrister from McTavish that sort of maybe caromed off something, but it was from the boards and should not have gone in, and it went in. Second goal from Pavel Mintyukov was a wrister on a 1-on-3. Then Binnington misplayed. Whatever. He flat out he missed it. He misread it. He gave up a goal he shouldn't have got. And Jim Montgomery was not having it. He was not pleased with that second goal. He was muttering and cursing, and you got to save that. We can't have that thing go in. And he pulls him, and he puts Joel Hofer in. And Jordan Binnington, we know, is fiery and a competitor, and we love that about him, as are all players. They have a little discussion, shall we call it, Gordo, when Binnington gets off the ice. Understanding that Binnington played well and he's your guy, St. Louis is where they are in the standings. You can't sort of be patient. You can't let guys work through a tough night. You got to be a bit more ruthless than you might otherwise be when you are where the Blues are in the standings. So I didn't have a problem with the pull. Even if there's going to be some fireworks afterwards, that's probably not a bad thing either. What did you think when Binnington got pulled out of the game?
So I'm always curious how the inner dynamics work. And Jim Montgomery said later, no, we both had pleasantries. I love his passion. He apologized later. All was good. So yeah, I like making the bold move. And Jordan Binnington, that's his DNA. And he's won big games, right? And so that's what I said. I never know how things are received internally, but that's why I think the team would say, you can correct me if I'm wrong, okay, that's Jordan, versus, I don't know if you've been in situations where when the goalie gets pulled, you go, oh boy, he's going to be pissed or whatever. I don't know what the normal protocol is. It's like somebody's telling a date, the date's over. I know we were going to go out tonight, but no, you know what? We're 20 minutes into it, get lost, okay? And so it's kind of got that unexpectedness to it. So I don't know if you've had experiences where you said, I don't know if this was the right way to handle it, or I just kind of chuckle later, that's Jimmy being Jimmy or Johnny being Johnny, and, everything's okay.
So I think in the moment of the pull, it's always a little volatile, right? Because you're losing the game likely, so everyone's not happy. The players aren't happy because either the goalie's not playing well, or maybe they're not playing well in front of the goalie, so they're not pleased. The goalie's always pissed off. The goalie always thinks that he should stay in there even if he's not playing well. So when he comes to the bench, he's muttering at the coach, he's muttering at himself, he's muttering at his teammates for not playing well up in front of him. So in those, the 2 minutes immediately after a pull, it's always volatile. And some of the best guys, like Brian Boucher, one of the nicest, most affable person in the sport. But when he played and he got pulled, he was hot. He was always on tilt. And that's not a criticism. That was just because he's a competitor. Dan Kluche, a guy with a fiery temper and a competitor. When he got pulled, and unfortunately in Tampa that happened a few times, to him and whoever was playing with us those years, he was hot, and there might be some words with the coach and some, and everyone sort of understands it and gets over it, and moves past it. So it rarely sticks, Gord, but in those couple minutes, it's always a little something. It's always combustible in those couple minutes.
Well, that's what I wondered. Are the first 2 minutes diplomatic immunity? That's what I wonder. Is it kind of understood?
Yes. You can say what you want. You can, and then it gets stricken from the record. It's, you can lash out and swear and curse, and it's sort of all is like, you know what? Both ways, from the coach to the player, from the player to the coach, and it's like, you know what? That we're not going to hold that. Like, that's not really how we feel. That was just sort of words in the moment. Yes, diplomatic immunity is a great way to put it on all sides. And then if it's 10 minutes later and it's still going on, well, then you might have a conversation.
Well, there we go. 2 minutes. We always have no problem, diplomatic immunity or not. We'll be back. Gary Lawless is going to join us next from Vegas Golden Knight Talk. When we return, you're listening to NHL Morning Skate. Gord Stellick, Mike Johnson, NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM, Channel 91.
The 2025 MLS Cup Final is bigger than ever, and it's on Sirius XM FC. He has done it again! Lionel Messi and Inter Miami. Messi will look better, Champions of Christ! Versus Thomas Muller and the Vancouver Whitecaps. Thomas Muller! To finish. Who will claim their first MLS title? Find out Saturday at 2:30 Eastern on Sirius XM FC 157 and streaming on the Sirius XM app.
The Point with Boomer Gordon.
The number of people who were out tweeting last night in hockey in disbelief at what they were witnessing from the Oilers. Do you think I've been banging my head against the wall for 2 months for nothing? The effort you saw from Edmonton has been their effort every night all year. This is who they are right now. This team is cooked. I've never seen McDavid look like that before. He is deer in the headlights.
The Point with Boomer Gordon. Weekdays at 1 p.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91, and the Sirius XM app.
Hey, Jeff, looks like your business is really booming, even in a tough time for businesses like ours.
Hey, Mike. Yeah, thanks to LendSeek, our business was able to take care of some outstanding bills and taxes and to purchase inventory and expand our product lines.
Wow. You know, my business needs working capital, but only from a reputable company that I can trust and count on. How does LendSeek work?
Fast and easy. Just apply at lendseek.com. Their AI lending platform gave my business access to over 100 funding programs with one simple application. And it costs nothing to apply.
At lendseek.com, you can receive business funding with no collateral, no prepayment penalties, and no restrictions on how you use the funds. Whatever your funding needs are, seek no more. Our AI lending marketplace has you covered. If you've been in business at least 1 year with annual revenue of at least $250,000, you can get the funding your business needs in as little as 24 hours. There's no obligation, so apply today at lendseek.com. That's LENDSEEK.com.
The world's fastest game.
Grab the puck for the Blues.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.